Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well, and we have traveled back in time. We are at the shifting sands of Egypt, and we are about to witness Napoleon take on the great armies of the Ottoman Empire. So yeah, we're playing some Napoleon. This is a 2 versus 2. We, of course, are at the pyramids. I love this map. It's super simplistic, but also very complex. Yeah, so think about that. It's mostly because of the uneven terrain, creates some very awkward line battles, which makes for some interesting strategies. And of course, we've got this really cool town over here with some very nice strategic terrain that most forces tried to take. You can see the Ottomans are a little bit closer to that town, so they're probably going to take control of it, but we'll see what happens here. Now, this battle starts off insanely fast, so we're going to check out the army comms first, keep it paused, and then we'll let this battle unfold before our very eyes. All right, so let's start with the two French armies. We'll start with this one right here that's facing the town. He is bringing some Fusiliers of line. He also has some Swiss foot in the mix. Nice red and yellow uniforms. And then in the front of the line, he's got some light infantry, some skirmishers, the chasseurs. Very, very deadly light or skirmisher infantry. And then he's got some young guard. He has the brave back here, very iconic regiment right there. And then he also has some old guard in the back, which is going to be very helpful. You don't mess with the old guard. And then he's got some artillery à cheval, and he has the 6-inch howitzer. So that's his two artillery pieces. Back here he has his general. I guess we'll just say that's Napoleon. And then he has some lancers back here. And yeah, just mostly lancers. And here's the guard, chasseurs à cheval. And I think that's it for his army. So moving on to his allies' army, which of course is the French. He's got the 12-pounder foot artillery in the front lines for infantry. He's got the chasseurs, so 2 units of them. And then he's got the old guard. Very, very nice to see old guard in both armies. Then he's got a couple units of the 6-inch howitzers. So he's bringing 3 artillery pieces. He's got more young guard in the front, more lights in the back here, 2 units of them. And then he's actually bringing a ton of cav, which is, I think that's pretty smart, because the Ottomans, they're very cav focused. So I think bringing a lot of your own cav can be pretty useful. We'll see how it turns out. But he's got lancers, so nice charge there, shock cav there. And then he has more lancers. Actually, he has all lancers. That's insane. And then here is his general staff. So let's move on to the Great Ottoman Empire. So starting with their forces, he's got 3 units of the jetted line, or light infantry, excuse me. And then he has the 18-pounder foot artillery. He's bringing some camel gunners, which is really exciting because we never get to see these guys. And then he's got some Sipahi cavalry. And for line infantry, of course, he's got the jetted infantry. Unfortunately, the Ottomans don't really have a diverse mix of infantry, but they do have a nice diverse mix of, melee units is what I'm trying to say. He also has some Janissary grenadiers, and he has his general back here. Here is his Jemet Janissaries. Pretty cool. They're pretty useful as long as you know how to use them. And then he's got more cav on the flanks here. More camel gunners. Excellent. So let's move on to the next army. Lots and lots of cavalry here. He's got the Delhi horsemen, so 2 units of them. He's got, of course, the camel gunners, which is great to see. He's got the Silatar guard and the Sipahi cavalry. And wow, he's got a massive cav force. That is insane. So we're going to see some pretty intense cav action here. Here's his jetted infantry. So that's his basic line infantry there. He's also got light infantry and some janissaries in the front. He's also got some janissaries in the back as well. And here is his general's bodyguard. So those are the armies, guys. Let's go ahead and witness Napoleon take on the Ottoman Empire. Alright, so here we go. Let me go ahead and turn on the minimap so we can see what's going on here. And like I said before, this starts off extremely fast. You can see that both armies are going to be fighting over terrain. The French army already pushing towards that great hill, and we have the artillery also pushing up as well. So they're going to take a nice aggressive move right here. And this is exactly what you need to do on this map. You don't want to be defensive. You want to push forward because there's a lot of great positions you can take if you're aggressive. Of course, the Ottoman Empire actually kind of being slow here. He's not moving up his army. Finally, he's moving up his infantry. He has some cav over here. Oh, his ally is actually pushing up some deli horsemen as we speak. He might be trying to seek an opportunity to get some of that French artillery, which is not protected. In fact, he should definitely charge it. You can see the artillery's, yeah, they're getting out of there like, whoa, we're getting out of here. I can tell that's a bad situation. Now the French are charging in their lances, charging through their infantry. Let's see, is he gonna commit? Is he gonna fully commit? Oh, wait, oh, they're already breaking. Look at that. Or they're not breaking, but they're losing morale just from the sight of the great French lancers. They are completely shocked that the French are taking such an aggressive tactic there, maneuver. So he's actually falling back. His cav forces have separated, and now we have the Garde Chasseur Cheval pushing in. Let's see, he's going to take on. Yes, he's actually going to fully commit here. And you can see in the background we got more cav being pushed forward. And now he's actually sending in his light infantry to go into melee, which is not terrible because the cav is already stuck in combat. But you can see the French forces falling back here. He's committing more cav. He's got more lances coming in, supporting the rest of the French cav. So we got a massive cav engagement going on here. We have more French cav coming in. So this is, oh, he's going for the lights right here. Excellent charge. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of flying Ottomans there. So just wiping out the light infantry there, and he's going to continue. I think he's going to continue to push. We got more and more Ottoman cav. So this has just been a funnel for all the cav units to pour in, and now the French cav is retreating, but the Delhi horsemen, they're going to go ahead and pursue. I think he's kind of overextending his aggressive play here. He's going to get chopped down by the infantry. They're in square formation, and they're going to fire back the old guard, chopping up. We're not really chopping up because, you know, they're firing guns. They're shooting down the Delhi horsemen, but we still have some French cav in the mix as well in this fight. But so far, I mean, that was a pretty even engagement. But look at this, the French army now charging in some cav over on this side, trying to take down the light infantry. So let's just go ahead and do some slow-mo. This has been extremely fast of a battle. So yeah, the cav charging through, actually charging through his own men, which you can get some friendly fire that way, so you got to be careful. But he sees an opportunity. He took an opportunity here to take out these lights, which looks like it's going pretty well. You can see he's got some reserves over here. The Ottomans are now sending in the Sipahi cavalry, trying to protect his back lines. He's actually going for the artillery, which is unprotected. So let's go ahead and do normal speed here. So great maneuver by the French. This is definitely a suicide mission for these lancers, but it's one they must take. And they actually destroy some of the artillery pieces there, which is huge because artillery is just so important in this time period. I mean, it's really important in every time period, but especially this one. And that might be the deciding factor of this battle. It's really too early to say, but so far the French are making an aggressive push here, and they are taking this hill, even though the Ottomans were a lot closer. So all that cav is really paying off. We can see more cav coming in. He's actually charging his camel gunners into a square formation of the Young Guard. That was a careless move over there. It might have been just a missed micro there, trying to manage all his forces over here. The French are lining up his Swiss foot, firing down at the Ottoman forces that are they just seem to have no organization. They're a bit sloppy there with his formations there. And now the Ottomans are charging in their camel gunners on this side as well. As the Fusiliers of line, they're going to hold their ground and fire back, taking out those camel gunners. So I just feel like the Ottomans are just kind of wasting their cavalry at this point. They need to be a little bit more conservative, fall back, and regroup his forces. You know, he's pretty much lost his position. But look at this, the other Ottoman player charging up the hill, ready to support his ally, because I guess they're just so desperate for this hill. And look at this, they're going to form square right at the last second, and I think they're going to be able to stop this massive cav charge. You can see it's pretty chaotic down here as the Young Guard hold back the Sipahi and the camel gunners against such a... I mean, that was such a great charge, but it was just a little too late. They formed a square formation there. And they're actually chasing the... Look at this, the Young Guard, man. So young. So stupid, but brave. You'll learn, and you'll become old guard. Alright, so they're gonna stand their ground up on this hill. They gotta move fast. The Ottomans have to move fast. You can see he's relining his army because the other French army is now moving in. He's been pretty pretty not attacking, pretty defensive, I guess. Not super aggressive over on this side. So finally he's pushing up reinforcements to support his ally. And you can see the artillery over here just shelling that Ottoman position, just really chewing up their forces. It's been a tough battle for the Ottomans, but they can still turn this one around. I mean, the balance of power is still pretty even, but here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Using what the Ottomans do best, or doing what the Ottomans do best. He's charging in his Janissaries, and he's going to get them into the fight. He's using the protection of the buildings against enemy gunfire there, musket fire, and he's going to charge in and try to take out this infantry. Here comes, we got more forces. We also have some cav going in. They're charging into the French lines. A very nice charge back there. And here comes the Ottoman Janissaries as they push into the Swiss foot. Excellent charge. That should overwhelm their forces. The Ottomans now taking out the Fusiliers of line. Nice charge from the Sipahit cavalry. But they still have another line unit. And look at that. They're actually pushing back the French forces, catching them by surprise. We have a lot of fighting going on over here. I mean, this is just a mess over here. The French cav, they are outnumbered. They're getting chopped down by Janissaries, Sipahi cavalry. Oh, the artillery coming in. Excellent. So they're going to go ahead and push forward. Look at this battle. This is insane. It's very messy. You know, usually in the Napoleonic time period, things were very organized, nice regiments. This is extremely messy as the French try to hold on to this hill, but it doesn't look like they're going to accomplish that. And the artillery getting some friendly fire there. Just, you know, he's going to risk it all. He's going to risk the old guard. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to fire artillery into my own old guard. That would be terrible. But he's going to risk it to try to break down this Ottoman formation here, this clumping of Ottomans. And look at this, the Ottomans are victorious here. So they're turning this battle around, which is insane. So the French still have a lot of forces left, and the Ottomans are, now they're preparing their back lines here, holding onto this flank as the rest of the Ottoman forces take the hill. Oh, we got a cav charge over here. So you got some land. Oh wait, no, we got a cav battle over here. This battle of Lancer cav. Here comes more French cav reinforcements. Back here, we can see some Ottoman reinforcements coming in as well. You can see the officer in the blue uniform charging in. They're going to try to support their Sipahi cavalry. What a chaotic battle this has been. The balance of power, I believe, has glitched out just based on what's left on the battlefield here. But I don't know if this Satari guard, I don't know if there's enough of them to take out all this French cav. They have a ton of cav here. A lot of lancers. Alright, so let's zoom out, do some slow motion again, because there's a lot of stuff going on multiple fronts. You can see, oh no, the Ottomans are kind of making a mistake here. The French charging in their lancers, trying to take out the Janissaries. They definitely need to disengage there and just continue to get, oh my goodness. Artillery landing right in the middle of this fight. If you were a French cavalry, you would be pretty upset about you'd be mad at your own commander. Like, why did you fire down on our position? But yeah, they're trying to chop up these Janissaries. We've got the lights close behind. He's got the chasseur, and they're actually breaking the Janissaries because of all that artillery fire, but his cav is breaking as well. Now, he shouldn't have left his Janissaries out in the open like that. He used them very well at the beginning, running through the town, using the houses as protection, but he should have used them a little bit more defensively and timed his attacks instead of just mindlessly charging in. Now the French lines are going to be able to chop them, or I keep saying chop them up, but they're going to gun them down essentially. And the Ottomans, look at that, they're standing over so many dead soldiers who bravely fought for this massive hill. And now the Ottomans are pushing in their cav. Oh, we got camels coming in. We're going to do normal speed here. They're going to try to take out the light infantry. Oh my goodness. No, they're going to stop pursuing. They're going to stop pursuing. Why? Just run down those light infantry forces. I mean, they're so deadly. My goodness. What a struggle this is. Alright, so looking at the Ottoman forces, you can see they still have... Well, I think the French have more infantry. I don't know. This is still insanely close. He's got a lot of Janissaries over here. They're tired. You might want to rest them up. But they're sitting back here. You don't want to clump them up like this. This is an easy target for artillery. But it looks like most of the artillery is focused on the jetted infantry. Oh my god, flying Ottomans. Do the Ottomans have... What happened to their artillery? I know they were attacked here, but he needs to push up this artillery. Why are they not moving forward? He needs some kind of artillery support there. And you can see the French are now going to use their chasseurs to really soften up the Ottoman lines. Because the Ottomans, they don't really have a lot of light infantry to fight back. So the Ottomans might have to get aggressive here because that's their only hope. Oh, more Ottomans flying across the screen. I love it. I love it so much. The French have fallen back over here. I think they're regrouping, just letting their young guard march into position here. Again, that balance of power is it's so wrong. Napoleon, the balance of power glitches out all the time. So yeah, the French do not have a massive advantage in this battle. But yeah, we got a cav charge. It looked like the Ottomans charged in their cav to try to take out some of the French forces. Look at them as they fall back there. The French are able to hold off that charge.
Our men are running, sir.
All right, yes, we got French forces that are breaking. Here comes some Delhi horsemen. They're pushing in. Looks like they're going for the artillery, but the French have some cavalry close behind. And they're gonna, yep, they slow them down and they protect the French artillery. That was a huge moment in the battle. Very, very important to the French that they protect their artillery. We got more camel gunners coming in. This is their desperate hope. The Ottomans desperately trying to take out the French artillery. And the French are they're not gonna be defensive. They're gonna charge in and take out these camels here. And sure enough, the camels do break, amazingly enough. But that's only a small section of their army. This is the moment of truth right here for the Ottoman Empire. If they're gonna take this battle, it's all about timing right here. Oh, we got canister shot going in. Not really sure why he's using canister shot. He's not really close to enemy infantry. But yeah, this is the moment of truth for the Ottoman Empire. They've got to use these janissaries correctly. Now, I think what they need to do is send up maybe this light infantry, just charge them in, use them as a meat shield, or just a regiment that's really depleted like this one right here, just to soak up all the ammo, and then close behind have the janissaries ready to charge in, and hopefully the French waste their volley on a useless unit instead of the janissaries. Should be really interesting how they approach this. Looks like the Ottomans on this side, they are falling back. They're going to use the hill. They realize that they're pretty much outnumbered and they don't have an answer to that artillery. I think the Ottomans just have to be a little bit more patient with their cav here. He still has a very healthy unit of the Silatar Guard, so he could use them aggressively to take out enemy artillery, but for now they just have to pray. They just have to pray and hope that the French artillery does not obliterate their forces. The unfortunate thing about Napoleon, and I understand why people say no artillery, is this one reason right here, is the fact that the artillery have infinite ammo. But here we go, guys. This is the moment of truth. You can see he's charging in his forces. Again, hopefully he uses those lights here as a meat shield to support the janissary melee here, the swordsman. If he can do that, the swordsman could wipe out this entire force right here. As long as they get in close combat without taking too many casualties, they could easily turn this battle around. You can see the balance of power is dead even right now. The other French forces are now pushing on this flank. You can see the Ottomans are standing their ground. But let's head back because it looks like he's going to get ready for his charge. He also has his grenadiers, which is another critical unit he should use. Unfortunately, he's not using the light infantry as a meat shield. He's actually going to continue to push up his line infantry along with the janissaries. This is so important. This small little engagement here will decide the battle. Whoever wins this wins the battle. I'm just going to call it. Oh, they have canister shot going off. This is not a good sight there. Oh my god. All right, so they're gonna reload that canister shot. Oh, here comes the grenadiers. They're pushing forward. No, gotta keep moving. That canister shot's going to obliterate. Oh, we got Cav coming in. He's got to form square. He does not form square in time. And here comes the janissary infantry charging in. This is the moment of truth right here. Janissaries. Oh no, he doesn't have any kind of meat shield protecting him. Oh. There's a counter charge. Actually, he didn't do well. They're breaking. They're concerned. Friends routing. Yep. You know what saved the day? He did it. You know, the Ottomans did a pretty good job there charging in their Janissary infantry, or the swordsmen. But really what saved the day was the combination of the canister shot and that last minute cav charge from the Lancers here. They actually broke a bunch of units, and that caused a mass fear, a mass rout amongst the ranks of the Ottomans. And now it's down to the line infantry to try to recover from this situation. Doesn't look like he's going to recover from this. And if we look over on this side, the Ottomans are still hanging on, but look at this. They are stretched out thin. They're getting shelled by French artillery. And they're going to try to hold on here. Line infantry, come on. He's pushing up his line infantry. I think he feels pretty confident about his forces here. He might be able to take out these French forces. Oh, you can see the cannonballs coming in, the howitzer shot coming in. You might want to get him up on this ledge on the pyramids here, or on the sand dune here. Not the pyramids. But let's see what's going on. Oh, he uses his general's rally there. Try to keep his men's spirits high. You can see the Ottoman general still alive. He's like, no, turn back around. Oh, the French are now charging in their lances to try to take out the general. The general is losing morale. Look at that. And now the Ottomans up in the front here. They actually form square. They're going to fall back. I think that's a smart idea. Try to regroup his forces. Just collect whatever you can find. Form a line and hold back the French the best you can. But he doesn't really have much. And the Ottomans here, I just think the artillery was way too much for them. I think the Ottomans were just outclassed in artillery. And like Napoleon said way back when, God favors the side with the most artillery. I'm just paraphrasing. That's not exactly what he said, but that's essentially what he said. Nice charge there by the Sipahi, or not the Sipahi, the Silatar Guard, taking out the Chasseur. I'll never get that name right. Just deal with it. But it looks like the skirmishers here, they're going to stand their ground and actually break the cav there. It was not a full strength cav. And the Ottomans are now... Oh, wow. The Ottoman general, he is dead. Oh, he did a suicidal charge to take out the artillery. I don't blame the Ottomans there. You got to do something. But unfortunately, the artillery had canister shot and obliterated that general. He just turned him into Swiss cheese, and he will not return to this planet in the original consciousness. All right. Yeah, the Ottomans are just... It's not an instant defeat here. They're just slowly crumbling away as the French forces slowly advance forward. And you can see regiment after regiment, they are breaking. They are shattering. They are not returning. And now the Ottomans are they're trying to hold a corner here of this battlefield. They're trying to, they're just hanging on for dear life. And I can just imagine these guys breaking almost instantly as soon as the French forces move forward. But it was a close battle. It was extremely close. The French, amazingly enough, the French they controlled this hill. And they were kicking butt over here. But as soon as the Janissaries charged in, they turned that battle around. But unfortunately, right after that, it went back in favor of the French because the Ottomans, they didn't have artillery. They just, one army had artillery, but the French were really wise and took it out with their cav. We saw a lot of cav action in today's battle, which is always very exciting, action-packed, very fast-paced. But yeah, that artillery saved the day. And you can see now the artillery is trying to snipe out the general, which is a good idea. And you can see the Ottomans are now maneuvering to the city. He might be trying to use the streets here a little bit to, a nice defensive position. I like the fact that he's still fighting. He's not giving up. Let's see. I don't think his army's going to stand a chance, though. Yeah, as soon as this, I think once the cav charges in, I don't know if these guys can form square. There might not be. Well, I think there's enough troops to form square, so he's gonna fall back here. So the French definitely being very conservative here. I mean, they could easily lose this one, so they definitely have to be cautious. I mean, look at his army. Like, this is nothing. It's really just artillery and a couple line infantry here and there. But the French are now moving in from the other side. Oh, we got some Ottomans who returned from routing over here, but I don't really expect them to save the day. And here we go. Here we go. The final charge from the Ottomans, as they just get obliterated by that artillery, and they're charging down. They've got one unit of the... oh my god, that should break them. Yep. You're like, nope, screw this. I'm out of here. Artillery OP. We'll just fight for you, Napoleon. We'll fight for you. And there you have it, guys. That's going to conclude today's battle. Very intense action-packed battle. And I believe this one was sent in by Platypus. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure. You got the most kills by a long shot there. His ally getting the second most kills. And then the two Ottoman players here, 978, 773. So if we look at the kills, yep, artillery. Both artillery pieces getting the most kills there. That just shows how important artillery is. And I don't necessarily agree with no artillery rules. I like having artillery. I just think that everybody should make sure they bring artillery, and you gotta make sure you defend your artillery or it will be a tough situation. Not saying that it's an instant defeat, but it's gonna be really challenging to try to turn the battle around. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was really fun, and I appreciate you guys stopping by, saying hello. And if you did like it, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and share, and of course subscribe if you haven't for more epic battles. So thank you guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.